Hey guys, Animelting here with part 2 of our 4-season anime selections. You can find part 1 over here. I'll annotate something and put a link down below. And I'm here with two wonderful guests from England, BakaShift and BizarreJelly5. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah, yeah. So,
We did
I did it, yes. What people don't know is this is the 5th take. 8th. 9th? Probably 25th.
We had one of those. We've got one of those clappers and everything. We're really professional.
Yeah. Until this bit.
Okay.
We don't need to start. We're talking about Blazblue now.
Yeah, we got through a few, and now we're up to Blazblue Alter Memory, which I'm pretty excited for.
I've become less and less excited about it since I heard who's involved.
I'm still excited about it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, either way, it's the Blazblue adaptation we've been searching for ages, and you can kind of tell we're all pretty big on Blazblue.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So who do you play as, is the question.
Yeah, that's the next question. I play as Hazama, because he's the best.
Play as Lambda.
I play as Noel because I like spamming guns.
It's because he's a scrub. he's a de-spamming scrub. Yeah, it's basically like
if you had that power, you would
behind
spam it.
Obviously, I would,
Yeah.
but I don't. I play Hazama and I can't play him because he's too hard to play. Yeah, the reason we're all very skeptical is because essentially there is no one who has done anything noteworthy working on this show at all. Like the freaking studio, Hood's Entertainment, have done like hentai and Seikon no Quasar, and that's it. And Fantasista Doll from this season. I think everyone who's involved, the most notable show they've worked on is a Mysterious Girlfriend X. That's it. And well, Megane Boo.
Which might be terrible yet, we don't know.
Oh,
but
we know it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. I just want to point out that the director hasn't really done a bunch.
No, he's done like nothing.
Dragon
Crisis,
yeah.
which was not a very good show. And H2O.
And that's about it. And the Higurashi OVA, the bad one.
Oh, the bad one, Kira. My heart breaks.
Either way, still pretty hyped for it, just because it's Blazblue.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like early stuff. I'm pretty sure it's set like during the Calamity Trigger kind of storyline.
It would make sense if it was.
Yeah, because these guys aren't even the people who did the production on the cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah.
And the stuff for the games, because those were gorgeous. Like the opening, the like arcade openings and everything like that were really awesome. Like with the animation and that and everything. So, but I'm really looking forward to see it. But I'm really skeptical. Is all I can say. I am not expecting much.
I'm expecting too much, I think, because I just love BlazBlue. I think it's a really good game. It's fun, and I don't know.
I'm just expecting something ridiculous.
I'm not expecting much,
like
but
a Tega driver that explodes my television in the first episode and makes me go, you know what? I'm an idiot for doubting this show.
We will see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. It should
only
be
good
things. You know what? It's not going to be as good as.
Nice segue.
Yeah, it's not going to be as good as Golden Time.
Golden Time. Tell us more.
Tell us more about Golden Time. Well, Golden Time is based on a light novel series by Yuyuko Takemiya of Toradora fame, produced by the studio J.C.Staff. Who? Has anyone ever heard of J.C.Staff before? Seen anything by them?
Heard they've done everything good, apparently.
The thing is,
they've done a lot of bad things as well, though.
Yeah. It's just J.C.Staff slice of life comedies are just usually so great. And what I just love about this one, like more than some of the other things that I've seen from them recently, like skeptical wise, is it's set in college, not high school. So like it's potentially going to be something more akin to Honey and Clover or something like that than a lot of other stuff that we've seen from them.
I hope it's good. Because the director and the writer both have a lot of...
Yeah, they've got quite a lot behind them.
stuff, yeah.
Like the writers worked on just all of the key stuff and...
Including Air, though, so...
Well, hopefully, as long as that cute girl in the picture for this show, as long as she doesn't turn into a crow, we're all right. Yeah? Like you just imagine this chick in the blue dress, just going, you know what, I'm going to be a crow in the last 2 episodes. As long as that doesn't happen, we're good. We're good.
But to his credit, Clanad and Clanad After Story, I mean, classics.
Exactly.
So, And that's more recent than Air.
Yeah, it's got Cannon, Clanad, Infinite Stratos. Some alright stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Like, there's quite a few shows this season that I'm just interested in, and this is kind of up there in kind of the top 5 of just things that I think are going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, I didn't think that I was going to pick this show up. I wasn't really interested in watching it until you mentioned Toradora,
and
then I was like,
it's got everything going for it. It could easily be one of those shows that's got everything going for it and ends up being shit, sure.
Yeah.
And chances are we're all going to go into it with way too high expectations now. But either
Yeah.
way, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I love a good romantic comedy. I'm in.
And next, I'm going to annoy these guys because you two don't really care about sports anime, do you?
I like
No,
it,
not really.
but not really the next one.
Well, this season has the two. I'm going to talk about them both at once. Like, kind of the two favourite sports animes of mine, because I got into sports anime fairly recently when I watched Kuroko, because I just watched it for the hell of it, and it completely and utterly blew away every possible expectation I could have for a show about something I couldn't care less about. And so it's just so bloody good. And then I watched Hippo, and Hippo's like crazy good. So we've got the second season of Hajime no Ippo, well, the third season rather of Hajime no Ippo, which I am quite lucky in a way, because I watched Ippo for the first time this year. But the second season of Hippo aired in 2009, I believe, and it's got one of those stupid endings where literally nothing has been resolved, and it's kind of first it's like been 100 episodes of Hippo up to that point, including the first season, building up this rivalry with the main guy, and then it's kind of at the end of the second season, it's just like, yeah, that rivalry is actually going to go somewhere now, and then it stopped. And then people had to wait 4 years. And luckily I only had to wait 6 months. But it's going to be so good. And so that's Hippo. And then Kuroko is just Kuroko. If you've been anywhere in anime in the last year, you know Kuroko is something to check out. If you haven't seen the first season, you go and watch it. Even if you can't stand sports shows, even if you have no interest in basketball, because I didn't, it will surprise you. You will enjoy it, no matter what you're into.
Noted.
There we go.
Cool.
Okay.
the
Calming
main-
down off those sports shows. Oh no.
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh, I was just saying the main thing I took out of Hajime no Ippo was the impressive mullet of one of the characters on the sheet.
Oh yeah.
He's just got this massive sort of bit of protruding hair, and then a nice
Takamura is the king of the
flowing mullet.
He's so good. He's such a good character.
I'd watch it for the development of the mullet.
Yeah, he's so offensively vulgar. He's brilliant. Oh. Alright. And then next show we're talking about is another sports series. And then after this I can kind of pass over and start shouting at everyone. No, this has got some production
Watch
in it.
sports!
So the next show that we're going to be talking about is something called Ace of Diamond, which is another sports show.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure BakaShift is going to take over the reins again on this one.
Very cool. So it's manga adaptation? Don't care about that. It's by Production IG and Madhouse, don't really care about that. It's a sports series about baseball. And that's about all I need to know. And it's by the guy who directed Cheese Sweet Home and Polar Bear Cafe, so Ebby's going to watch it as well.
I would watch it based on that as well, because, well, I like Cheese Sweet Home, not keen on Polar Bear Cafe.
No, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry! I got up to the part where
It's got pandas and penguins and polar bears in it, and it's got a llama who's voiced by Daisuke Ono, so...
The thing I did like was the episode where the penguin got drunk. It was just a weird sort of happening. And he was talking about lost love. And I just wasn't in the right space.
Maybe I should marathon Polar Bear Cafe in preparation so I can see this guy's directorial style. And so I can pick up the things.
Polar bears and penguins will prepare you for baseball.
It's another sports show. It's another sports show with some good studios behind it. And as I said, you can watch a sports show about something you couldn't care less about and it'll be entertaining. So that's all I need to know. And next, Pat's going to tell us about something that looks absolutely amazing.
Next is the show that I was really hype about, but I'm looking forward to it. It's called Samurai Flamenco, and it's an original story done by the same people who did Dead Man Wonderland, Ergo Proxy. It was done by Manglobe? Yeah, it's Manglobe.
Manglobe.
Manglobe. It's a globe of man.
It's an earlobe. It's really manly earlobe. It's a manglobe.
Anyway, so it's about a male model who decides he wants to become a superhero, despite not having superpowers or the technology to make him super in any which way. But it just looks majestic, and I'm sure BakaShift has an opinion on this.
Well, to be honest, it's about a male model that turns into a hero.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. It sounds absolutely amazing. Like, in every sense of the word. Like, oh my god, it's going to be so good. I'm so hyped. I had no idea about this show until this guy said we should talk about it. It's brilliant.
I like it.
Like, just look at the picture.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know which picture you're gonna put on this. Like, one of them is like some guy in red with like this excellent hairdo, and like a guy in like some suave military uniform with a gun on his shoulder. And then the other one's like he's in his uniform thing, and they look brilliant. It's like Kamen Rider with a colour explosion. It's like Kamen Rider and a bowl of Skittles.
I might watch this.
Yeah,
you should. We're all three of us are going to watch it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll discuss it after every episode. And yeah, it's directed by flipping Takahiro Omori of Baka no Durarara fame and Natsume Yujincho and stuff.
And Princess Jellyfish is actually quite important.
And Princess Jellyfish. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Either.
This is shot straight up in my expectations. I wasn't really expecting that. This was completely off my radar, and now it's like firmly up there. So there you go. Anyone else got anything to say about it? I seem to be derailing all of these by getting hype.
No, I don't have anything to say about it.
I just like in
this.
this.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. And in the synopsis it says, "For the adults who never wanted to become adults." That was a good thing.
Hey, that's me.
So like all of us, basically. For the adults that don't consider themselves adults, aka this community.
Maybe
And on
this
to
is
the next one, which is probably one of the more adult shows, even though it sounds funny. Who wants to introduce this one?
You might as well do it, bro.
All right.
You're the one who wanted to talk about it. Talk about Pooper.
It's called Pooper, and yeah, we've had a good giggle about that.
As everyone should. Take a moment, everyone viewing, to take a good giggle about it being called Pooper. Even though it's probably called Pupa, but it's called Pooper. It's definitely called Pooper.
There's a reason it's called Pooper.
What's happened?
And it's not because it sounds hilarious, it's because it's like the mid-stage between a cocoon and an insect thing. That's what I understand. Shall I read out the synopsis? Or the thing? The explanation?
Give us an abridgment of the synopsis.
Alright, it's about the life and deaf siblings. No, wait, the life and deaf siblings. The story follows Utsutsu and Yume Hasegawa, a boy and his little sister, who find themselves all alone. So it is pretty depressing. One day, Yumi sees a mysterious red butterfly, and her body undergoes a strange metamorphosis into a creature that eats humans. So, what do you think?
It's gonna be
Slice of life comedy, fun.
It just seems like an anime adaptation of The Fly.
Yeah, it does. Didn't realise that. That is a good point. I was really looking forward to this until I saw the things that have been done prior to this by the studio. Studio Dean.
They've done some good stuff, but a lot of the times they mess up pretty badly. But personally, this wasn't something that I was going to watch anyway because I'm not into horror particularly.
I'm probably still going to watch it because I watch everything because I'm crazy. But I'm not really that excited for it. Generally, for some reason, I just don't get excited for really fringe, really super serious shows. Because the thing I find with horror anime is that it's so hard to actually be scared by it. Because there's that kind of layer of disconnect. And unless it's done really damn well, then horror just doesn't really work in anime for me. I'll still watch it, and it could easily, and I'm going to go into it not really expecting anything. Which means that if it's good, it's good, and if it's not good, then I won't really care. But I like that it's something different this season. In terms, it seems like to be the only show of its kind that's come out in a little while. So I'll watch it, and I will ignore the fact that the person who directed Ocean Waves,
the best Ghibli thing, obviously,
the best one, the best Ghibli movie. The
Why would you bother watching any other Ghibli movie?
Yeah,
just watch Ocean Waves.
Laputa, go away. No, go away, Laputa. How's it? No, just watch Ocean Waves. It's amazing. it's really not very good. Did anyone watch Valvrave last season?
I watched the first
No.
episode. And then
Valvrave?
Yeah.
Valvrave.
Valvrave.
I read the notes as it's saying Valvrave the Betterator.
Baderator.
No, I read Betterator.
Baderator. Valvrave is not a very good show. It's an incredibly poorly written show. It's a mishmash of just kind of mecha tropes. Really, really strange and poorly written, and it's really bad, but it's incredibly enjoyable. It does this really stupid thing where every episode is really boring and dumb, and they do all these dumb things, and then at the end of the episode they have this ridiculously crazy plot twist reveal, and it's just really silly and amusing. Because it's literally just that moment. Because the kind of start of the next episode, it's never one of those good cliffhangers. It's like one of the cliffhangers where it's like, oh god, I'm in front of my house and I don't have my keys. And the start of the next episode is like, oh, they're in my pocket. Oh, brilliant. Resolved in seconds. It's that kind of show. It's bad, but it's entertaining.
Oh dear.
And that's how I put it. And so I'm pretty hyped for the second season. It's Sunrise. It's Sunrise doing something that's not actually Gundam, but may as well be Gundam.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gundam.
Speaking of Gundam.
I just realised this entire video is just all the shows I'm hyped for, and you guys are just talk about.
That's not true. We've had our Pokemon moment.
Okay, I'm going to kind of cut this one short a little bit. I don't want to go crazy into it, but I'm a massive fan of Gundam. I've watched every Gundam thing ever, and this next Gundam series is kind of building on Mobile Suit Gundam Builders Beginning G, which was kind of an OVA series that came about a couple of years ago, about just, instead of being actually about people getting into robots, it was about people in our world building model kits and fighting with them, and that's what this is about. This is about that, but a full-length series, and the OVA series was great fun, and this is doing something different, and I'm really interested to see what actually happens around that theme in a really kind of, in a larger scale, in a lengthy series. But either way, it's just going to be like a really entertaining kind of homage, and it's very, because of how it's so self-referential is what it is. Because it's just, so you're just going to see kind of all the suits and everything from all the other Gundam series just kind of all slapped together, doing their thing, and it's brilliant. And it's going to have some new plastic to buy.
So do you think in that same vein it's going to be a very exclusive thing to Gundam fans, or do you think it's going to be accessible to new potential fans, I suppose?
It depends. I don't think it's going to be a show that just about everyone can pick up. It's definitely going to be one that's going to be enjoyed the most by those who are into Gundam. But I'd say it's also something, like the kind of tone of it is something that could easily be picked up by people who are just fans of like quite light-hearted, silly stuff, like Hero Man or anything like that. It's just kind of like, it was just nice, fun, light-hearted. I'm not sure. I mean, this seems like it's going to be more story-driven than that was, because you can't really have 50 episodes. I'm not sure if this is going to be 50 episodes. I'm assuming it is, because all flagship Gundam series are. I'm assuming it's going to go down a bit of a different road to that. But I mean, I think any new Gundam series is going to be like able to be picked up by new people. The fact that it is going to be so self-referential is going to be a bit of a barrier for those who aren't into Gundam. But the answer to that is just watch old Gundam instead.
I was just curious, because I never know what the good place to start with Gundam is.
Oh, we could have conversations about that.
Okay, we'll not do that now.
Yeah.
It looks like it's more aimed towards kids, I thought.
Yeah, they've kind of been been going down that road since Age. Like after the atrocity that was Seed Destiny, Double O was a really interesting, very serious series.
I've got that, and I still watch it.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like you'll love it. You'll love it. Like best Gundam in a while. And then Age was a very, very kind of more childish series in a way. Like it's very colourful, very kind of like interesting and fun. Like it wasn't amazing, but it was very childish, and lots of people kind of knocked it for that. So this thing seems to be going kind of more down that road, but as I said, it is just kind of something that seems to be like kind of aimed specifically at those who are heavily into Gundam, and like specifically people like me who build Gundam model kits, because it's all about that.
I've done that as well.
It's great fun, and I apologise for that horrendous explosion of banter. It's enough about Gundam. These guys are actually going to have something that they want to talk about now, and I am pretty hype about as well. So why don't you set this one off for us, Patrick?
Well, it is called Kill the Kill, and it's one of the more hyped shows this season, and it looks kind of pretty interesting, and it's exciting because the writer is the same writer for Gurren Lagann, which makes everything happy and nice. But it's also, you were saying, Alan, that it's from all of the writers and people behind Gurren Lagann left.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I'm not sure if they actually left. Like,
Let's say they did.
Gainax properly. But like, it's just basically, literally, it's just a group of people from Gainax went off, made Studio Trigger, who we know of recently for Little Witch Academia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is their first kind of full-length project, and it's so hype. Like, oh my god, it's going to be so good. She's got a pair of scissors the size of a small child.
And she will use that against other small people.
Yes.
I assume small. She seems pretty tall. In scale. Around the same height. This is a weird area. So, do we know anything about the series?
I know nothing. You just told me about the Gurren Lagann thing and I was like, okay, I wasn't going to watch this before, but now I really, really want to see this show.
It's about two fiercely fighting schoolgirls, and it's on a campus ruled by force.
Yeah.
And there's a transfer student wielding a Basami sword, and it brings about an upheaval. So in other words, it's going to be about action.
Girls
which
on
is fine by
fighting
me.
Girls
like,
in a
I've
school.
got no problem with Gurren Lagann level of everything, but with people carrying scissors fighting each other.
I think it's going to be good.
It doesn't matter what the story is. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be incredibly entertaining. At least I think it is. At least I hope it is.
Don't place. Yeah, we're placing a bit on it, but it looks interesting.
This is one of the earlier things that was kind of revealed. Well, I say the earlier things kind of revealed. It's one of the earlier things that people actually like picked up on.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, because like the earlier trailers, the first kind of teaser for this was legit just like text and sound going, Gurren Lagann people, new show, Kill la Kill, watch it. It's like, oh, brilliant. Yes, I will do just that. That's exactly what I planned on doing about this show.
And I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
The thing I like
I'm so hyped.
is that it's, you know how like in school-based anime, there's usually a bit where they have to fight the student council?
Yeah.
Well, they literally have to fight the student council with weapons this time.
Oh, so it's going to be like Utena. That's exactly what that's about.
Yeah.
Oh god, if this is like Utena, then it's just got everything.
As soon as it's like Utena, you're on it.
Of course, there's a reason for that.
I feel like I have to link Utena to things now to make you want to watch them.
Oh, definitely. if you make a legitimate tie between a show and Utena, I'll probably watch that show. Not gonna lie. And Evie still needs to watch Utena because she watched the first episode.
I watched the first episode and I liked the first episode, so I'm going to watch more of it. It's going to be good.
Good, I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm surprised we haven't got more to say about this, but I think the thing about Kill la Kill is that it's been quite in the dark. Like, all the trailers and everything have been so minimal. This is just going to be a case of like... And I quite like that. I quite like they haven't revealed too much, because we're just going to be like, well, here's the first episode, and everyone's going to be like, oh man. I just hope it goes on Crunchyroll.
Me too.
Should.
Yeah.
That'd be good. So,
I think that's about that.
Yeah.
shall we move on to films really quickly, because there are a few films coming out this season that I personally want to talk about.
Okay.
We'll go with the first one, I guess, being Chunibyo, the movie.
Yeah. Gonna be great.
Do you have anything more to say about that, or is that just it?
Well, do we know if it's going to be like new content? Oh, it's a summary. Fuck that. We don't care.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a summary. That's no fun.
Ugh.
Aww.
It's still going to be adorable.
Okay.
Like, God, that scene in where he's got the rubber band and the bit of paper, and she tries to catch it in her fingers, and it hits her in the face, and she's like, "Oh!" That's the best. That's the best. That is entertainment in its purest form.
But it's a summary and not original.
Yeah.
That's
so
kinda
we
crap.
don't care that much about that anymore.
Okay.
What I
Delete
am-
that off the doc.
I'm pretty hyped about the third Madoka movie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third
Because-
Madoka movie.
Yeah.
Because
like
isn't that the original content one, whereas the first
Yeah.
two sort of like
The
recaps?
It's the
the
final.
first two? Yeah. Because the first two weren't even abridgments, from what I can gather. I haven't seen them, but they were like, I think they're like 2.5 hour movies. They're really long. And so you take a 13 episode series, you make it 2.5 hour movies. That is literally just the series crammed together. I think there is some new stuff in there, but this is the I don't know. It's
I reckon-
Madoka. It's new Madoka, so I'm going to watch it. It's probably
I reckon
going to be
that'll
great.
be
but-
I only just finished Madoka like 3 days ago, and
Oh, what did
I-
you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was as good as people said it was.
You weren't around when it was hype every week.
Yeah, everyone really hyped it up to a huge level. It was still good, but I thought they finished
it's
it
never
really,
going to live up to those.
really well. Like, the series finished pretty good. I don't know where this movie's going to go, or whether it's just going to focus on Homura.
How much experience do you have in the magical girl genre, Pat? Just generally.
Prior to this, probably Card Captors and Sailor Moon.
Alright. Because I feel, obviously, how
Tokyo
people respond
Mew
to Madoka. Yeah. I think the people who respond the least well to Madoka are people who haven't actually had that much experience with magical girl shows. Because obviously it's like, its brilliance is in its deconstruction.
It's meant to be like a satire or something.
Yeah, it's in its shock value. And just that it's basically, it's doing all this stuff that's been so commonly thrown about the magical girl genre, and then it's just kind of like does something different. Like, some people kind of just go, oh, it's the dark Mahou Shoujo series, and that's not really what it is. Like, I'd probably say something like Princess Tutu is more akin to that. But it's deconstruction in its most obvious form, and it does such a good job of it. And I just think it's so well written. Which and the writing is kind of the thing I am most skeptical about this, because I don't know how much time has gone into it. I'm not sure if this is something that he literally wanted to make, or if it's just something that they ended up saying, yeah, can you make this for us? We want some money. So just depending on how much time and effort has been put into the writing side of it is going to kind of decide how good it's going to be in the end. But I am quite excited for it, just because new content from Madoka, I can't really not watch it, because I absolutely adore that show. It's so good.
I think it'll be good. Cool. I'm excited for it.
Yay.
We've got to see the first two first, though. Oh, what else am I excited for? Well, there is a new movie coming out, and it's called Kaguya No Monogatari, which is a Studio Ghibli film.
Yay!
Directed by Isao Takahata. The other one.
He's not quite Hayao Miyazaki.
He's the other one.
Is he going to be the new?
But he is very good.
Considering Hayao's...
I don't know.
Yeah. He's taken over. This guy can't really be taken around for that much longer. He's really old
He's
as
been
well.
doing it for a long time as well. So
like he's in his freaking 70s. He's in his 80s, I think.
Yeah, they work pretty hard, but he's a very, very good director. Like, a lot of Miyazaki's films are really, really, really hit or miss for me, but there seems to be like a good level of enjoyment that I get out of Takahata's films, which is probably an unpopular opinion, but I just think that sometimes he gets to adapt to the more interesting stuff, I suppose.
Yeah. He does some great. He's done some great stuff. So there's some of his stuff I'm not really all that keen on.
You're not a fan of Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Grave of the Fireflies. Like, brief reason is that I don't really find the sadness to be all that. It's my thing with Grave of the Fireflies is just that a story about two children dying. It's so easy to make sad.
Spoilers.
And that's basically where my. That's kind of how it's presented, though.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's an unpopular opinion. I might be completely wrong. I probably am completely wrong, but that's how I feel about it.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but some of the other stuff is brilliant. So
that's okay.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, and his stuff in Ghibli is always the like less mainstream stuff, the stuff that's not as like you wouldn't see him at the head of the Howl's Moving Castle or a Ponyo.
No.
His style is a lot more fringe. It's a lot less like Disney.
Yeah.
If you want to put it in a way.
I definitely think that he's better than Goro Miyazaki. I don't know whether that's because he's really inexperienced or it's not really fair comparing the two, but I don't think that he makes the worst films, I suppose.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It looks nice.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It should be good. I'll watch it.
So, the next one is Code Geass.
Yeah, the second Akito film. Have either of you two actually seen the first one?
Nope.
Pat, you can go buy it, because it's released by Madman, because they release everything crazy.
I can buy the whole collection in one.
You can buy everything, because Madman release everything, it's their shit up. But yeah, the first Akito film was, I'm not sure, I think they're like 50-minute-ish, something like that. It was alright. I enjoyed it. And so this one is probably going to be alright, and I'm probably going to enjoy it. It's not the same thing as Geass at all, in that it's not all kind of psychological and mind games like the first season was. It's just kind of like mech battles, and like the main character's Geass is just kind of like down to making him really, really good at piloting robots. So
Which is always a good thing.
Entertaining, yes, and it's entertaining.
And is that the last thing on the list?
Yeah, I want to give a brief nod to the new Kaguya no Kyokai film, which
Oh, yeah.
loads of people I know are really hype about. But I haven't seen Kaguya no Kyokai yet, mainly because it's really expensive, and because I've heard so many good things about it, I want to make sure I buy it. So I was kind of waiting until I have the money for it. But from what I've heard, people are skeptical because Kaguya no Kyokai ends really well, and this seems like it might just be a cash-in based on, you know, its popularity. I'm not sure if this is actually, because it's a side story. Because the Kaguya no Kyokai is like a full-on novel series written by what's his face, and this is a side story to that. So we'll see. Cool. I'll watch it after I've
And on that note,
dropped all the bones on the rest. And on that note, we're done.
Yeah.
That's all we wish to talk about. We are sorry if there are any shows that you guys are hype about that we haven't mentioned, but
there are a lot of things coming out this season, to be honest. So,
in that vein, why don't you drop a comment down there? Tell us what it is you're hype about. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Is there anything you are really looking forward to seeing?
Try and convince us to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top
Tell
of everything
me,
else.
on a scale of, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you for watching Meganabu? Are you going to join me in my excitement for Meganabu? Because I think you should.
I will. I'll join you in that excitement.
You will. We all will. Everyone will. And everyone who says they won't are lying. That's the fact of the matter.
Yep.
Alright then.
Should we bury this one then, Pat?
Alright, so
We are on your channel after all.
yes. If you want to watch the first part, please go over to BizarreJelly5's channel. The links and things will be there. Also check out these two guys. There's BakaShift. Do a little promo, Alan.
So I'm BakaShift. It's my first time appearing on this channel. I make a review every Monday, like 10 minutes long. I talk really quickly and really Britishly, so you may or may not enjoy that. Check me out.
And we have BizarreJelly5 promo.
I make videos when I'm not sick, because I've been sick with food poisoning or something for the past couple of weeks, so that's been great.
And they're both wonderful,
That's
so
it.
just go
Aww.
there.
And I think you should all consider never unsubscribing from Patrick. 'Cause he's lovely.
Or subscribing if you haven't already.
And he has...
Or resubscribing if you have unsubscribed.
Yeah, that's the point. Because some of you have come here from Epi's video, from the first one. So you can subscribe, give Pat some support. Because Pat's my rival. We were rivals, but I overtook him. So you need to give him another 150 subscribers so we can be rivals again. How
So,
about that?
so I can compete.
Yeah, you know why I'm saying that, don't you? Because it was around when I got into sports anime, and I was like, I want a rival. Animelting was here. BakaShift's a loser.
On that note.
Alright, I want this rivalry to happen even more now.
Right, catch you next time, guys.
Yes.
On my channel or this channel, whatever channel you plan on seeing me on.
All of them now.
Bye-bye.
You've just travelled them all.
I've travelled them all. I've traversed the channels of the three, the Holy Trinity.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
My camera's blinking on 1 minute left for recording.
Okay,
Alright.
1 minute left, come on. Wrap it up.
Alright.
I know it's horrible, we have to say goodbye to each other.
Aw. We'll still be here after the thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please let us know down in the comments what you think and other things, and tell us shows we've missed and all that stuff. And until next time, bye!
Bye.
Bye.